Alright, I'm back again with another cargo van video, and today we're gonna go over the best apps that you can use to make money with your cargo van. Alright, so let's get right into it. Alright, so let's get right into it. First, we're gonna start with Dispatch. And Dispatch, this is one of my favorite ones that I did use back when I was on the load boards, or when I was using these apps. But so Dispatch is definitely one of my favorites. So with Dispatch, you can it's all local, and this is all local deliveries, but you work with a lot of different small businesses that are locally around you. And there you can see I made around like 4,200 from the time that I was doing it, which wasn't very long. I was only doing it for around, like, I'd say in between 4 or 5 months. That was at the initial startup time, and then I kind of stopped. So, but yeah, so you can kind of see there exactly how it looks and how the app looks. But yeah, you can make some good money on there with Dispatch. Just a bunch of small businesses doing deliveries for a few different companies that should be local to you. Like, I had one delivery with the company that was named Linux International, and I delivered heaters with those guys. But yeah, so that's definitely one of the good options. Dispatch, so you guys can see how this looks, and you can go into your app store and download Dispatch, and those guys will be a good start off for you. I know they helped me out a lot when I first started out, when I didn't have any contracts. This is one of the main apps that I would use, Dispatch. But yeah, like I said, those guys, they're definitely it's definitely a good app. Like I said, and it's pretty helpful for your startup process. So if you guys want to make some quick cash and just, like I said, before you get your contract set up, just grab these apps, and then you can kind of start from there and just build your way up. But next, let's go to GoShare. So GoShare here, you can see my earnings on there too. So in GoShare, like I said, these are all like within a few months. So I made right around like $2,000 with those guys, and you can kind of see exactly, like I said, within the last 30 days, I hadn't done anything because I hadn't done any apps or load boards in a while. I've been doing nothing but contracts, so you can kind of see how that works. But there's my rating there also. Got a 5-star rating, and so I'm just kind of showing you guys how this looks and how to look on your end. So there's my accepted projects. So you can see there the money I made when I was doing it, and all the different jobs I work with. So Sherwin-Williams was one, TBC was one, Lowe's was also one, and those names you see on there are actual personal customers that they have, that GoShare has, and they'll have you go to their house and help them move items. But so you can see the price there, all the money I made from those guys off each delivery, and yeah, it was pretty good pay, I'd say. I mean, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, there's my dashboard again. You can see like there's a leaderboard also that they keep up with all the drivers that kind of do the best each month, and they give you like a ranking as far as like on your leaderboard. But let's see here. Oh, oops, my bad. Let's take you back. But yeah, so you can see all those guys on there, and yeah, like I said, these guys with GoShare are definitely a good option. But now we'll go into A&E Logistics because I keep getting notifications from those guys. So this is A&E Logistics. This is one that this is also a state-to-state one. So like you do state-to-state deliveries with these guys, but they do have some that are local too, that are within the same state. So it's an option of both. And so this is one you could download if you want to kind of, like I said, if you want to pick and choose what you want to do. You can go on here. You can see the different loads and orders they have available. So, and this is one here from Charlotte to Dallas, Texas, where they're paying $930, and they're paying like right at 91 cents a mile. So, and with this, like, I'll get into this more on other videos as far as like how to negotiate and the different contracts that you should go with. But this is one that me personally, I got this app, and I never really got into doing any loads for them because I just noticed how a lot of the loads that they give you are right at $1 a mile, and it's just not worth it for like the distance that you're driving. Like, you're driving a little bit too far, and it's just not, like, for me personally, like when you add in the gas, you're not making as much as you think you're going to make because you're driving so far, and then you had to drive all the way back. So it's just wasn't worth it. Like for that Greenville to Indiana one, that's $440 for 480 miles. Like that's just a little bit too much. Like I mean, like it's just like too much driving. So I wouldn't go with it. But let's get on to the next one. All right, so next I'll show you guys. Let's go to Shipley. So Shipley, this is one of my favorites. Also, I've used them a lot more recently because I can kind of manage my deliveries better with these guys with my contract. But we'll go to my Shipley, and here you can see some of the orders I've put quotes on, and I'll show you guys. Let's see. Let's go here to my completed quotes. Yeah. So, all right. So you can see all the ones I've done so far, and you can see exactly the money I made off each one of those too in the distance. So, but yeah. So these are some pretty good jobs. As far as like I bid on those jobs, and I won the bid, and then I completed the delivery. But so you can see there, see 2 mattresses, 2 box springs, 65-inch TV, 78-inch TV, full-size freezer. So, yeah, race car front nose, 1 pallet of water, aluminum door, knockdown door frame. Yeah, so a dresser, media console. So, yeah, you can see all the ones that I've done, and, yeah, everything that I've moved. Like, even a pool table, I've done one of those. That was a really heavy one. The pool table was super heavy, but we got it done. But yeah, so I'll show you there's let's go to my account. So yeah, you can see the company name and everything, and just what they see when they go to your account. And now I'll show you guys exactly how to bid on a load. So we'll go down here, we'll find one that's worth bidding on. Let's see here. Let's look at that credenza one. Kannapolis to Denver. That's a pretty good one. So that's one that I would do. And on these ones I can actually hire a helper. So yeah, on that right there, that's 50 miles in between each other. And so driving there and back would be right at 100 miles for me. And that would cost me right around $20. So with this, I would try to range in somewhere in between. I'd say right at 160. Just being that I'll have to spend 20 in gas. I'll make 140, and then I can actually pay. Somebody, a helper, to help me move that because it's 200 pounds. So I pay a helper maybe $50, $60, and I make $80 to $90 off of that. But it's only going to take me no less than an hour and a half to get it all done. So you can kind of see there how I'm going to bid on it. Place the quote. And then we'll go from there. And then we'll just see exactly how that turns out. That works out for me. But now I'll go into you'll see my reviews now. You can see what those numbers stand for. So I got 100% positive feedback on all my deliveries. And there's some reviews. You guys can look at those and see. Nothing but positive reviews on there. Like I said, that's the most important when you're doing this stuff. You want to get good reviews and leave an impact on the customer, because when you do that, at that point, like I said, they want to deal with you outside of the actual website. They actually want to just call you directly and just say, hey, can you come do this for me? And that's happened a few times where I've actually pulled customers off of this website by doing deliveries with them, and they just come to me now directly. So, like I said, you guys can see all the, the reviews and, nothing but stars on there, 5 stars for everything. So, and that's what you want to aim for. You want to make sure that you do good business and keep the customer coming back. And when you do that, you'll definitely make it real far in this company, or with this business, sorry. But yeah, so you guys can see all those reviews on there. For everyone I showed you or I spoke about earlier, you can see I've got nothing but positive reviews on every single last one of them. No negative reviews at all. So that's why I said it's important to have good customer service, and it's important to make sure your customer is satisfied. Don't just get there and do the job and leave. Make sure they're satisfied with the work and then leave. So like I said, that's definitely most important. So you can see there how that works. Okay, and then now I'll take you guys we'll look at Kirby. And this is one that I haven't even gotten into. I've been waiting. This screen's been on here since I actually registered for those guys, and that's been since beginning of last year. So it's a super long waiting list for Kirby. So if you're trying to get with those guys, good luck, because like I said, I've been seeing this same screen here for almost going on a year now, and I haven't gotten anywhere with that. So just showing you guys how that looks. And like I said, you guys, it may be different for different states. Maybe it's just the fact that where I'm at, they don't have any drivers available, or everybody's just, nobody's leaving them, I guess. So it's like they don't have any openings. But yeah, I haven't got anything from those guys. But so next we'll take you to Roadie. And Roadie, that's a good one also. And I mean, I say it's a decent one. I don't say a good one, but it's decent. Like you'll make a little bit of cash on there, but it's not like, it's like more or less a little bit of cash. Like it's just like, something that'll get you by. See that right there? That's 12 miles for $12. Like that's like peanuts. That's nothing. Then that one's okay. 5 miles for $18. That one's not too bad. So like I said, you kind of got to pick and choose on what you do. In this one here, that's 12 miles for $10. Like that's definitely not worth my time, because I don't live anywhere close to that area. So that's why I said, like, a lot of these jobs on here, you got to pick and choose, because sometimes you'll end up just basically doing the job for gas money. Like, you won't make any cash. You'll just be going there getting paid gas money, and that's it. So you want to make sure that you pick and choose correctly, or you'll end up not making any profit. You'll just be doing it for gas money, and that's what you don't want to do. So like I said, these guys, Roadie, they're decent, but they're not all that. But yeah, so that's basically all of them that I'd suggest you guys to go with. And yeah. All right, so like I said, you guys get on there and use those apps, and then like I said, that's your start off. That'll get you rolling. Like that's exactly what I did initially. I started off with those apps, and then once I got everything rolling and I kind of just saved some money up on there, I started looking into other options and getting the contracts, and I kind of went from there. So now I'm at the point to where I have contracts and customers, and I don't need to use the apps at all. So that's kind of what you want to do. You want to start somewhere and then work your way up, and that's probably the best way to go about it. So like I said, if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section, or you can shoot me a DM over at Cargo Van Leo on my Instagram. And I'm also doing one-on-one consultations over the phone. So if you do want to get a consultation, shoot me a DM and let me know, and then we can discuss your budget and pricing, because I do charge for those consultations, because I can't do everything for free. I mean, I'm giving you guys most of the stuff for free, but just over the phone, if I'm going to go over the phone and give you a consultation, like, I'll have to charge you for that, because that is kind of like taking out of my own personal free time. So, but yeah, like I said, I mean, it's not going to be anything crazy. It'll be whatever you have for your budget. I'm willing to work with your budget, so I'm not going to overcharge you. Like I said, I understand everybody's starting off, so I want to make sure that I'm able to help you out. But I will be a fee for that, but I'll work with your budget. So like I said, if you guys have any questions or comments outside of that, just leave them in the comment section or shoot me a DM, and I'll help you out as best as I can. But yeah, you guys just let me know, and we'll go from there. But you guys have a good one, and take it easy.